Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you briefly how I kind of did these tags. These tags actually went on, I wrote something on the back of them, and then I made some bath salts. I'll put the recipe down below, but they're really pretty, and then I tied this like this and then mailed them. So right now, as you guys know, I do Young Living essential oils, and anybody for today, Monday, that signs up to do a kit with me, I will send you one of these as a little thank you for trusting me to share some plant magic with you. So this is a fun thing. I posted it on Instagram and everybody was like, Tiffany, would you show us how you did your flower tags? And so I'm going to show you guys today. So what we're going to need is some tags. Of course, you can do this directly in your journal. You can use these on any giblet scraps you have. I'm just going to be using maybe like 2x3. I don't know what size these are. Y'all know I'm not about that life. If this is your first time joining me, well, welcome. Tiffany doesn't measure a thing. So I'm also going to be using a variety of like color pencils. And I don't think any of these are ink tints. And then I have a few colors of Neo Color 2s that may play with a little bit, and then I have some new pastels. The top of this little container was over here somewhere, but these are new pastels, and they activate with water as well if you want them to. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I was over here looking. Prisma new pastels. Alright, so let's get busy. Alright guys, and I love a good messy floral. I love Wendy Brightbill's messy florals. Allie Brown's been doing some messy florals. There's all kinds of messy floral creative artists out there, and what I have determined that I like, I find like the messier the better, and I don't really know how to draw a flower, which I know sounds crazy, but what I would say do is concentrate on like the shape, like the more like use, rather than like going into the mindset of saying, oh, I'm gonna draw a flower. Like, to me, if you are a floral artist and you are joining me, oh, I'm about to freak you out. If you are regular to my channel, then this probably isn't going to freak you out. But I like to use a variety of different colors, and for the first one, I just literally went right in to the actual flower with just color. I think that I can get a messier one when I don't draw it out first, is what I've kind of come up with. But for this other one, I'm just taking a regular like mechanical pencil, and I'm just being very intuitive. So I am using that to, again, just make some marks. Okay, we're not making flowers, we are making shapes. And if you keep telling yourself that in your brain, I think that you come up with a more abstract floral, which is kind of what I like, because as you know from my artwork, I just like a big old mess. So if you like mess making, tell your brain you're not making flowers, that you're just making shapes, and you should be able to come up with something that is relatively messy, wild, and you know what, could possibly look like a flower in the long run. So a lot of just like half circles, like scribbly circles into this kind of circular pattern. Again, telling your brain you're making shapes, not that you are making flowers. Taking up on your mark making tool, and I'm going to start using a little water here because, again, remember, Most of the things that I'm using besides the color pencils are actually water reactive. So if I want those to move around a little bit, all I have to do is add water. So that's what kind of makes the, I'm going in here with, what is that thing called? It's not a Stabilo wall. A mark saw pencil or China marker. China marker, that's what it's called. And so I'm just adding some dark. With this one, I'm going back to the one that I was marking at and just doing the new pastel in green, and not really saying leaf shapes, just more like telling my brain that I'm going to make, like just shapes. So I think it kind of lets you be more wild and abstract than it is if you're super tight. If you feel yourself getting super tight, I want you to start dancing. I'm not joking with you. I can see you in your room in there, shaking your tail feathers. So whenever you feel like, oh, I'm choking up, Tiffany is watching you, and I'm going to be telling you to shake it off, calm your little self down, and stop being so tight, okay? Because if you're watching me, then you want to be wild and free. And wild and free is about dancing and shaking your tail feathers in your studio. And if your husband or spouse or whoever, your roommate says, "What in the world are you doing?" say, "Tiffany told me if I felt tight to get up and dance." So just do it. You'll understand. Just do it. It'll feel awkward in the beginning, but you'll be okay. I'm just bringing in a little bit of light with this pale pink pastel, and you're looking at this about right now like I was, and you're saying, girl, what you doing? This is a hot mess. This looks like some swirly whirly circles and things, and you would be right. So I'm now going in with just layers and layers of fabulous petals, and I'm adding the Stabilo all. The point to this, guys, is you don't have to have special supplies. Get you some Crayola crayons, just messy, wild. Get down there and scribble. See if you think that drawing it out helps, or if you like putting the color down better. I think I get like a more organic shape to me whenever I actually do it with the color first, kind of like big color blocks, and then I go down and then put the pencil or Stabilo all. On some of them I like to in the pencil, on others I kind of like the darker marks. So it's really no right or wrong way. I think this is a cute little thing for springtime. Mother's Day is approaching. These bath salts and melon, this tag would be so cute to send to somebody you're thinking about. And I think at this moment in our lives, us being able to send a little sweet care package means a lot. Here I'm using a white Stabilo all, and it actually, the tag was a little damp and it didn't really make it as white as I'd like because, well, I wasn't patient enough to wait for it to dry. So I just think you can move so quickly. What, this video is 10 minutes. It was a little sped up. So roughly like 17, 18 minutes, you can do lots of these. Remember, lose your thought of being perfection, right? And just make some shapes. So I hope this has inspired you this Monday. Again, if you are interested in knowing more about plant magic, I'm your girl. I can break it down to be just as simple as it is in art, and put some goodness into your medicine cabinet and enjoy a non-toxic life. So, if you would, and you're still hanging out with me, watching me make all these scribbly flowers, then how about click that subscribe button, honey? I need to come in your life and hang out with you more. I want to see you doing your rump shaking and your shaking your tail feathers, okay? So, if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do that. Click the subscribe. Give me a a little message down below and tell me what you think about these funky abstract florals. I sure enjoy hanging out with you guys. And until next time, toodaloo!